Hey YouTube, here I am back again with another Pokemon TCG live video, and today we're going to be looking at the Team Rocket deck that I typically like to run. This is a Mewtwo EX variant with Spidops, so nothing too crazy about it, just Mewtwo EX over here. I'm running 3 copies of him, running 3 copies of Spidops, 4 copies of Tarantula. I don't know how to say that name. Both these Pokemon came out uh, in some of the newer generations that I just honestly haven't played yet. So yeah. But Chingling, I'm running 2 copies of them. You'd be surprised how often this actually kind of comes in handy, especially for like first turn, just to kind of help burn some cards. 1 copy of Mimikyu just to help handle any of those Terra Pokemon. For the trainer cards, we're obviously going to have a ton of Team Rocket support. So I'm running 2 of the Team Rocket's Giovanni. And this is one of those cards where I feel like I could fit maybe 1 more. There's been a couple situations where had I just had 1 more Team Rocket's Giovanni, I could have won. But right now I'm just running him at 2. For Hilda to try and speed run our Team Rocket's energy along with our Spidops. 2 Team Rocket's Archer to kind of reset the board. It's kind of my Iono, just getting the opponent down to 3 and my draw power up to 5. We have 3 Team Rocket's Petrol, just to help us gather any of our Pokemon items Pokemon items. 4 Team Rocket's Transceiver, just to grab whichever Team Rocket card we need in the moment. 4 Energy Switch to help reallocate the energy we get from Spidops back onto our Mewtwo if we need to, or if the opponent tries to force out one of our backline Mewtwo's that isn't set up yet, we can Energy Switch 1 Nest Ball just to kind of get that extra, if we need 1 extra Pokemon or just to grab a Mewtwo. 2 Earthen Vessels to hopefully throw a basic energy into our discard pile, grab 2 more, and then we can recover the discarded one with Spidops. We have Maximum Belt to help Mewtwo EX kind of hit just a little bit harder and get over some of the tougher Pokemon that it can't normally one-shot. 2 switches, 2 Pokegear 3.0, 3 Team Rocket's Factory, 1 Night Stretcher, 4 Team Rocket's Ariana just for some extra draw power, and 2 Proton just so that if we go first, we're able to set up. And then energy wise, we're running 3 basic grass energy, 3 basic psychic energy, and 4 Team Rocket's energy, which is definitely the big playmaker right here. So another card I've been really on the fence about adding to this, if you don't know, is Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. So for a psychic and a colorless energy, you can take all the damage from one of your bench Team Rocket's Pokemon and put it onto your opponent. And so I've played around with variants of, putting Wobbuffet in my deck. And you'd be surprised how easy it is to have a Team Rocket's energy in hand, the Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, and just be able to bring him out onto the field and fully recover a damaged Mewtwo, especially with things like Team Rocket's Giovanni, where you force in the switch to your Wobbuffet, and then you can potentially KO something in your opponent's bench that might be troublesome. So, but for right now, I'm not running a Wobbuffet. If I do run him, I typically trade him out for the Mimikyu just because Mimikyu is so niche. And it's kind of the same setup, right? It's either Wobbuffet, Mimikyu with the Team Rocket's energy from hand, and then you have Playmaker. The only issue is that even though Mimikyu does help against things like Dragapult, it also gets one-shot by Dragapult in the backline. So that's kind of one of the reasons where I feel like Wobbuffet might be a slightly better pick, but Mimikyu with the free retreat cross, so it's give or take on either side. But for right now, this is the version of the deck I'm running. And admittingly, I have had way too much success with it. As a matter of fact, while I was playing offline, I kind of just had to stop at some point just because I was like, oh wow, I'm already almost back to Great League. And if you've seen the last couple videos, you've seen me struggle quite a bit just to even get that far. And to go from, I think we ended at Gyarados, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we got to go Dango last time around, to now be, oh wow, we can make it to Great League pretty comfortably, is a big jump. So just to highlight kind of the luck I've had with this deck. So but hopefully I'm not jinxing myself right now, and we can actually get a couple good games in. So enough of me yapping, let's go ahead and roll into the first match. So, and kind of how I've mentioned before in the past, this is, you know, Destined Rivals, the Team Rocket deck, is really what brought me back into Pokemon full force. I believe I mentioned it in the earlier videos. I don't know, I don't remember right now if I actually posted that video or not, but I was working on an IRL base set for Destined Rivals, and I actually have completed it. So the basic Pokemon cards, the first however many hundred come in, or come in the set, I have been able to get a copy of every single one of those. So I have my base set. I have a couple other like the full arts, or like the IRs and things like that. But ooh, this is a really good hand. I'm not going for a master set. That's definitely for sure. I'm not gonna be going for a master set. Would it be nice to have? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just not something I'm really looking for at this moment. So, ooh, double Spidops. Now here's where things get tricky, because I would like to Earthen Vessel twice, but I don't know what. Okay, I guess let me get rid of my switch since I have Giovanni in hand. I think that's the better route here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I'm going to Earthen Vessel again to get rid of my... grab a few more Psychic Energies. And then I'm going to start loading up my Mewtwo. I want to see if they'll knock out my Tarantula next turn. If they don't, I can Spidops, get him up and running, and start trying to do some KOs. So let's see if I'm lucky enough to get that started. If not, see, I really wish, I feel, and I don't know if they just would have made us too strong, if there was a Team Rocket supporter that could grab Team Rocket's energy. If that was the case, that would make this deck significantly much more consistent. The biggest issue with that is just the unfortunate fact that the only way to consistently get Team Rocket's energy is to... Ooh, okay, so this is perfect. I need to knock out that Charmander ASAP. I have to use a Hilda for the purposes of setting up my... Sorry, I'm over here trying to think through this. For the purposes of setting up my Mewtwo, right? If I was able to just use a Team Rocket's member to grab the Team Rocket's energy, exactly that, it would make this deck infinitely more consistent. Hilda doesn't draw, I don't get any draw power from Hilda from our Team Rocket's factory. So right away, that's kind of a hindrance. So, I mean, it's really not. With Hilda, you're still going +1 in your hand, especially for things like a Spidops, Team Rocket's energy. So it's still super valuable. I think I'm just maybe being greedy. If there was a Team Rocket supporter that let you grab the stadium, I think this deck would be... well, again, I don't really know where the meta is. I believe I remember hearing that Team Rocket, a variant of this deck, the Mewtwo Spidops, had some success. I don't know where. I don't know if like in local tournaments. I don't Again, I don't really keep up with that scene, so at least not yet. So the irony of a guy on YouTube streaming or playing Pokemon TCG isn't that deep into the Pokemon. But I'm not there yet. I'm really more in it just for the love of the card game itself and trying to figure out um the meta, just kind of seeing where everything's at. So just to play, just to collect cards. I'm not trying to go to Worlds or even to my regionals or anything of that nature. So I don't really see a need to kind of keep up with the scene to that degree. But let's see what my opponent does here. So he has the Pidgeot EX, which at 280 I can one-shot. I can one-shot this Pidgeot EX, no problem, with my Mewtwo. And I'm going to do so next turn because I see them trying to set up. Cleffa lets you draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. Yep, so they're probably going to switch, go into Cleffa, draw out Counter Catcher. Yep, go ahead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I have Team Rocket's Transceiver. As long as I have another Giovanni, and see, this is one of the situations I've been describing, where if one of my Giovannis is prized, I am in some trouble. But let's Transceiver. Let's cross our fingers. I see him. That's exactly what I want to see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Bring out the Pidgeotto. Or Pidgeot. Let's grab a few more cards. And let's one-shot this guy. Now, I know he probably has the rare candy and Charizard in hand, and that's probably how he's going to respond, but realistically, if I didn't take care of that Pidgeotto or Pidgeot, he was just going to get another Charmander on the bench. It would have delayed him for maybe a turn. We'll see. Right now, I'm very well set up. I have another Team Rocket's energy to get another Mewtwo online. I have my Archer to kind of help reset their hand. Yep, go ahead, grab your Charizard. Now what he doesn't know is I can one-shot Charizard EX with it has to be a fully loaded Mewtwo where I'm hitting for 280, and I need to have my maximum belt, which I don't currently have right now. So maybe it might have been a better idea to just KO the Charmander. Well, he discarded one of his Charizard EXs. Maybe it's prized? Oh. Maybe it's prized. Is he gonna try and sack his Dusknoir? Nope. Oh. Huh. I'm a little confused here. I feel like there's no world where his second Charizard isn't prized. That's a little unfortunate. They reset my hand. I don't have a Team Rockets supporter to kind of build up my draw power. Charmeleon. Okay. Wow, maybe they really just don't. Yeah, they don't have their EX. I mean, at that point, I think I would have risked it with Dusclops and tried to grab my Charizard. Okay. So yeah, now they're having to bank on the next But this is good for us because this gives us a chance to set up our backline Mewtwo, right? Like I was saying, I can one-shot a Charizard. Okay. Go ahead and Hilda. Kinda can't do much more there. I'm gonna keep Chingling. No, you know what? Let me just play him. Charizard's not going to be able to knock him out. I have a Hilda to get. Okay, no, I'm not going to be wasting an energy. Now, I haven't been able to search my deck. I don't know if my maximum belt is prized. At least, yeah, no, I haven't done anything that's let me see whether or not I have my maximum belt. So, come on, we both know you have Charizard EX in hand. Go ahead. The other thing too is I don't even have to go for the Charizard EX. Okay, as I was saying, I don't even have to go for the Charizard EX. The Pheasant Dippity, I can one-shot. I can one-shot... yeah, I can one-shot the Pidgeot EX. But I've used up both my Giovannis. See, exactly what I was talking about. I've used up both Giovannis. I'm over here talking like I have Giovanni in hand, and I don't. So this is slightly problematic. I need my maximum belt. And if he knocks out this Mewtwo, I don't... I've already used both of my Earthen Vessels. But I know I have some energy switches in the deck, so I could Team Rocket's Transceiver. See, if I just had an extra Giovanni, this would be game. I could Team Rocket's Transceiver into my Giovanni, KO, or I still need one more energy. That only helps me, honestly. Because now I can keep putting Pokemon on my bench to make sure my Mewtwo's up and running. But he's gonna KO me. He's doing more than enough damage right now. What is he doing? Why would he... Oh, okay. That just gives me another prize. Wow, okay. He gave that to me. Because the thing is with Spidops, I can still grab my second energy. I don't need both Spidops on the field. So now I just need an energy and I have game. So I'm gonna put him up. I didn't get my Team Rocket's Transceiver. Let me put Mimikyu out there. Ah. We Archer for game. Archer to try and get game. That's all we needed. That's all we needed right there. Team Rocket's factory. That's all we needed. It's just that free, people. 330. But again, this would have been a much easier situation had I just had one more Team Rocket's Giovanni, right? You have to think, right? You have 6 cards in the prize pool. That's 2 EX Pokemon you can knock out. There are EX Pokemon like Pheasantipity, you have your Mew EX, you have your Latias. You have a lot of things that could potentially be one-shot by Mewtwo EX, right? And the ability to force them out onto the active zone, with the exception of Latias EX that can just free, well, Mew. But the fact of the matter is you can force them out, bring in your Mew to swing in for 280. In some cases, you don't even need to swing in for 280, right? Like Mew, for example, Mewtwo with just the maximum belt one-shots Mew EX. So I really don't know what. Oop, did not mean to duplicate. Let's delete this. I just don't know what I would swap out for another Giovanni. My Pokegears to help me try and get Hilda, because there's not a way. I mean, I can Petrol for Hilda, but then I can't use Hilda same turn, so that's kind of what Pokegear's here for. I guess it would have to be a switch, right? Because at that point, I don't need to switch. I have Giovanni. But I feel like the ability to switch in my Pokemon without having to switch out theirs, because sometimes the target is the Pokemon in the active spot, right? Or the answer is just save Giovanni, right? Don't use them so early. Try and have answers to the threat at hand. But anywho, one more win. Looks like we just need one more win, and we've made it to Great League. I liked that first match really highlighted kind of how versatile the Team Rocket engine is. You know, my hand was reset a few times. I'm able to draw back into what I need, and the synergy, especially. You know, I'm gonna go first, but I like the synergy with the stadium, because you know the opponent kind of can't do anything, right? Look at that, 2 transceivers. So I know I'm gonna get Petrol. I'm going first. I have Hilda in hand, so I can get my Team Rocket's energy onto my Mewtwo plus a Spidops. And then I'll have my Ariana for whenever my hand size just kind of gets depleted. So let's go. Monkey Dory, that tells me nothing about this person's deck. So yep, we're gonna go ahead and just Transceiver. Proton. Look at that. Right into Proton. Gonna grab another Mewtwo EX. 2 Torrentaras, and they're lucky I can't attack like in Pokemon Pocket, or I could just get free burn from their hand. But so right now we're already in a good position, because next turn I'm going to Hilda into a Team Rocket's energy and a Spidops. So already kind of have some synergy going there. Let's see, is this gonna be a go down? No. Psychic energy. Are we looking at Psychic and a Dark? Wait, did he only grab 1 energy? What is going on there? Okay. Unfortunate, but I can live with that. Still got my Ariana, still have my Pokegear. I have my Earthen Vessel, which is really, really useful. Artisan, again, only going to help me here. routes. Okay, so a Gardevoir, Monkey second Gardevoir, or okay, TM Evolution coming up next. Show me the TM Evolution. Nothing? Okay. Alright. Energy switch. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do this just to help thin out my deck a little. I'm gonna go ahead and get my another Spidops. I'm going to Pokegear, hopefully, yep, that's exactly what I want to see right there, Hilda. So I'm going to... Yep, let's go ahead and Hilda. Team Rocket's energy. Funny enough, I could go on the offensive here, couldn't I? No, I can't. I messed up. I could have gone on the offensive. Okay, so that's a bit of a misplay on my part. Gonna Spidops, going to Team Rocket's energy, and then I'm going to burn something in their hand. Dreamtail. See? And this is why Qingling is slept on. And so, for those of you who don't know, it's a random card in my opponent's hand. So they don't get the pick, I don't get the pick, nobody gets the pick. It's, or it's, you know, obviously in a real scenario, more than likely I'd be choosing which card in their hand I want to discard, but Perlia, okay. They had better hope I don't draw into... Oh, what are they doing? Oh, of course, Cleffa. Yep, 7 cards in hand. Pretty nice. Team Rocket's Transceiver. Yeah, let's... Well... Because they're more than likely also going to have a rare candy, right? So... Let's do this. Let's set up our Team Rocket's factory. Oh, another Team Rocket's energy. Not going to be using that right now. But let's go ahead and Earthen Vessel. Guess let's get rid of our Petrol. Let's put a basic energy here. And then let's swing. Because the thing is, Gardevoir EX can't one-shot my Mewtwo. I got rid of their Screamtail, which is kind of how they do a big chunk of their damage. They might have another Screamtail, I wouldn't be surprised. But I guess the biggest reason I didn't go directly into... I didn't go into my Giovanni because I'm trying to be more patient with it. There was a part of me that wanted to grab Giovanni just to knock out this Curlia because I know they're going to try and set up. Yep, there goes the setup. You gonna get Screamtail out? Another Screamtail? Another Monkey Dory. Okay. I'm guessing they don't have another Screamtail? Oh, there it is. There it is. Can't blame him. Mm-hmm. Now, Fight Ops can knock it out. Yep. What are you gonna force out? My other Mewtwo? Okay. Oh, are they doing that so that I don't get to pick what I put into my active spot next turn? Because Screamtail can hit the back line. Next 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on it. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. Yeah. I'm a little confused with what's going on here. There goes the Dark Energy. He's going to attach it to a Monkey Dory. They're going to start spamming Gardevoir EX. They're going to probably knock out my Chingling with Monkey Dory. Screamtail will knock out my backline Mewtwo. One, two, three. They only have 3 energy in their backline, so we'll see. Can they knock out my backline Mewtwo? I don't know. I hadn't considered whether or not they actually could. So 60 damage. So they're hitting for 120. Wait, now they're going to be doing less damage. Okay, yeah, so you can hit for 120. That's going to be about it. You can knock out one of my Spidopses. You can knock out a Tarantula. What exactly is my opponent planning here? Okay, that's not enough to knock me out. Okay. Let's switch. Gonna get you back here. I'm going to Ariana? Yeah. A whole lot of nothing on that. Okay. Huh. Okay. Another Team Rocket's factory. I'm guessing he's gonna bring in his Gardevoir. Yep, that's what I expected. Because they will be able to knock me out with the Gardevoir. 190 to my Mewtwo. The number of times Iono completely disrupts my plans. Doesn't look like it's one of them. Because I'm going to be able to swing in with my Spidop. Do some pretty good damage against this Gardevoir. Because it does 20 damage to itself per, so it's going to be at 300 health. after Monkey Dory does its shenanigans. Mm-hmm. You gonna knock out my Chingling now? No, they really do not care about my Chingling, not realizing that my Spidops and my Mewtwo require Team Rocket's Pokemon on the field. I mean, I have another Chingling in hand, but they don't know that. So the name of that attack is Miracle Force. My Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind read Mirror Force for some reason. Okay, well there goes another Team Rocket's energy. Spidops. Yoda. Go with another grass energy. That I can actually hit this thing for some reasonable damage. Another Spidops. Fair. Truthfully, I'm in a really bad spot here. Yeah, now they can move 60 damage. Their hand disruption really kind of thwarted my plans here. They're really going after my Mewtwo. How many Arianas do I still have? I have 3 Arianas and 3 Transceivers, so I think that's what I need to be looking for next. Oh, that's smart. No, what are they switching out to? Stripling? This attack does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Oh, that's disgusting. That's absolutely well, hold on. Because my Spidops is going to be able to handle that next turn. Or even my Mewtwo. I guess they just didn't want to give me the free damage? Okay, they get 1 prize off of that. I'm gonna get a prize in retaliation. Oh Come on, Archer. Petrol. I guess let me grab Mimikyu just to have another body on the field. What can I get here? I could grab an energy switch with petrol. I guess let me just see what I have available. A nest ball. Earthen vessel. What do I have in my hand? Nope. Guess it's Team Rocket's factory. I'm really about to use a Team Rocket's energy on this. But I kinda have to. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, I just gave them a free point. Wait, why mimic you? You don't have a Terra Pokemon? I am slightly confused. I guess they're that confident they can one-shot my my Mewtwo. Boss's order. That boss's order, they win. No, another Iono. My goodness. Yeah, honestly, yeah, if they have boss's order, they win. There goes the next Guardy. Are my other two Mewtwo's already knocked out? No, I still have one Mewtwo in the deck. Why do they keep doing this? What are you retreating into? I'm so confused by this. I'm so incredibly confused with what's happening here. Uh-huh. I don't know why they did that. Okay, there goes my Team Rocket's energy. which I can put on my Mewtwo. I can switch in my Chingling and then switch him back out. Huh. Did they knock anything out last turn? They did. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to switch in my Chingling. I can retreat him back out for my Spidops. And then let's Transceiver for Archer. Let's do I put down my second Chingling? One of his monkey doors will be down. I don't know if he has another Night Stretcher to get it back. He's already used 2 Night Stretchers. But even then, he would need the Dark Energy and the Night Stretcher. So yeah, I think I'm safe to put down my next Chingling. It's Archer. Okay, cool. I got my Night Stretcher. I got this. Bring in my next Mewtwo. Okay. And then I knock out this Monkey Dory. I take a prize. And I have a Giovanni to pull in their Fez. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. They can just Monkey Dory, kill my Chingling, and then their Gardevoir knocks out my Spidops and they win. Yeah. Yeah. Professor's research. Yep. Wait, no, but they don't lose. Yeah, because they didn't. Yeah, they would have. Okay. So no matter what, I lost. Yeah, no matter what, I lost here. Yep, there goes the prize, and then there goes the next prize. Gotcha. Jingling, you cost me the match. Yep. They're just gonna supercharge their Gardevoir for no reason. Man, well, that was a bad showing, I guess. Good game, Go. Good game. Alright, let's run it back. I'm trying to think, did I misplay anywhere? Because they did a good job of shutting down my Mewtwo's. I really wasn't able to kind of get set up. I guess let me go ahead and go second this time. But watch, I'm gonna get a Proton in my hand just for doing that. Nope, no Proton, funny enough. Although if I had Proton and Spidops in my hand, this would be looking really good because I could get Spidops. I can get Spidops swinging this next turn, but no, I couldn't. I can't evolve first turn. Hand, yeah. Okay, so this would have been a hand to go first. This definitely would have been a hand to go first. Because I could have played Tarantula, Pokegeared into something, hopefully a Proton, try and load up my bench. And then they go their turn, my turn. Hilda, Earthen Vessel, dump Grass Energy, put a new energy on Spide Ops, which I would have evolved into. Spide Ops ability into basic Grass Energy, and then we would have been golden. Draw a card. TM Evolution. Oh, his backline. Wait, what? Oh, he can't attack first turn. He can't attack first turn. Oh, you hate to see it. Pokegear. See, just like I had said. Proton. That's Earthen Vessel anyway. I'm gonna grab one of each. And I'm going to put a Psychic Energy on my Mewtwo. And end turn. Hilda, yep. Well, see, had I gone first, they would have gotten their TM evolution off. I don't remember if it's the... Okay. Because I don't remember if it's its first stage or second stage Evo for this guy that lets him... act spot message to... Okay, he did 20 damage to me. Let's do this. Get another Team Rocket's Mewtwo out on the field. Let's here. Yep, we're doing a lot here just to get my Mewtwo out onto the field and swinging. Got ourselves a switch. A free switch in with the Dunsparce. So Hilda again, get another Spide Ops, get a Team Rocket's energy, start setting up my second Mewtwo. Arvin. Let me guess. Ultra Ball. Earthen Vessel. Rare Candy. Rare Candy. Okay, so that's the other guy that lets him just bring in as much water energy as he wants. Yep, this guy. And this guy's annoying. you would like, you may attach a basic energy from your hand to one of your water Pokemon. Yep. Jet. So right now he'll be able to hit for 120 unless he has more water energies in hand. That's 120. 180. Not enough to kill me. Unless I'm doing my math wrong here. Nope, 180. Yep. I don't know if you know this, my guy. I can definitely kill you. Okay. Let's... Hilda. Do I have 2 energies? No, I don't. So I'm going to Spidops. Going to recover an energy. Going to play another energy. And now I'm just gonna knock you out. It's 280. Another Team Rocket's energy, and I have my transceiver, so what I'm going to do next turn is I'm going to... Oop, I don't know if you guys heard that, sorry about that. That was loud. Hilda, yep. The Dunsparce. I am going to Team Rocket's energy. Or, not, I'm sorry, I'm going to Giovanni. This Braxelberg, whatever it's called, try and knock it out because it's a problem. It is a major problem because if he gets another Chien-Pao on the field, I'm going to be in some problems. Buddy Puffin. What are you trying to do? 2 more to Dunsparce. Okay. I have 2 switches, so even if I Team Rocket's Giovanni, I can switch my Mewtwo back into the active spot while setting up my other Mewtwo. Find a friend. He's gonna be very disappointed next turn when I take out this guy. I forget what that guy does. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. You may shuffle the 3 energy cards into your deck. If you do, this card does 100 damage to your... Okay. Interesting. Can I grab anything? I can. Let's just get a Chingling. Or no, let's get a Mimikyu. Well, no, I don't want Mimikyu out there in the front lines right now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to Team Rocket's Transceiver into my Giovanni. I'm going to set up another energy here. Charge you up. Charge you up. Yep. Team Rocket's Giovanni. Bring this guy back out. Free retreat. Love to see it. Don't even need to waste any other energies. Nope. Oh, let's see you set up now, my guy. Team Rocket's Transceiver, I have 2 in hand, so that means a free Giovanni when I need it. I have knocked out 2 of these guys. So, I mean, he might have 2 more. I don't know how many this deck runs. Oh, nothing. Wow. I'm wondering if everything he needs is prize. Conceded. All right, fair. And see, that just like that, we're back in the Great League. All right, well, have to say I didn't think I'd get here this quickly, especially after some of the last couple performances, but just goes to show you how I guess the difference between a deck I'm comfortable with versus one that I'm not. Again, I've put in quite a bit of time into this Team Rockets deck in terms of just kind of playtesting it, playing it on my main account. So it's something I'm a lot more familiar with. But yeah, we made it to Great League. Let's see if we can keep on pushing to the Ultra Ball League or Ultra League. Try and get a couple more rewards here. But yeah, let's keep the ball rolling, and I'll catch you on the next one.